Welcome back to the Wit Show, where smart meets stupid and somehow makes sense.
Hold up, dude. Hang on.
What?
Wait a minute, dude. Wait. What? Is that really you?
What?
Is that really you?
Yeah, dude, in the flesh.
Holy hell, dude. I thought you died.
No, dude, I didn't die.
Then where have you been, dude? Freaking witness protection?
Dude, life happened.
Life happened.
Yep.
That's literally the weakest excuse I've ever heard. People thought the podcast got abducted, dude.
Abducted?
I was halfway through filing a missing
Oh my
persons
God, dude,
report.
it wasn't that
I had
bad.
your picture on a milk carton.
Dude, chill out. I was just busy, all right?
Busy? My guy, people have gotten married, had children, raised those children. They even sent them to college since the last episode.
Oh my God, it has not been that long.
Pretty freaking close, dude. Scientists even discovered 17 new dinosaurs while you were gone. Netflix canceled 4 shows and brought 2 back. Then they canceled them again.
Okay, Netflix canceling those checks out, but I mean, it really wasn't that long, dude.
Do you have any idea what I had to do while you disappeared? I had to talk to myself. Do you know how miserable that is?
How miserable?
Dude, I'm already trapped inside your head. Now I'm trapped in an empty studio too.
Dude, I had work, camping and family stuff and kids and just, life.
Yeah. The listeners don't care, dude. They've been sitting there refreshing Spotify like, maybe today's the day. Nope, you're still abandoned.
Oh my God. What the hell is that? Is that like a radio voice?
You have no idea the things that I had to learn while I was bored, hanging around by myself, abandoned.
Oh my God. You're catastrophizing. Look, here's the deal, all right? I'm back now.
You better
okay?
be, dude, because if you disappear again, I'm replacing you.
Replacing me with who?
Literally anybody, dude. The squirrel outside. He shows up more consistently than I've ever seen you.
The squirrel outside. Really?
Yeah, dude. Besides, you picked one hell of an episode to come back with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. We're talking about one of the creepiest places on Earth. Ships disappearing, planes vanishing, people claiming time stopped, compasses spinning, pilots seeing things that make literally no freaking sense, dude.
Oh, yeah, the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, baby, yes, sir. I've been waiting for this one.
It's kind of funny, like, how fired up you get for these things.
Of course, dude. This is one of the best freaking episodes we're gonna do because it's literally packed full of conspiracies.
Yeah, all right, well, I guess let's get into it.
No, you get into it, dude. I'm gonna go out there and meet that squirrel.
The squirrel?
Yes, sir, the freaking squirrel. Now do the intro.
You're gonna let me do the intro today?
Yeah, dude, I'm always the one that does it. And now that you're back, maybe you can finally pull your own weight.
I don't do the intro because you always cut me off to do it anyway.
Dude, that literally never
It
happens.
literally happens every freaking
Oh my God,
time,
dude. If you're just
dude.
gonna be a freaking baby about it,
That's
then
not
I'll
what
do
I'm
the intro.
saying, dude.
I think that it is what you're saying.
It's not,
anyway,
dude.
welcome back to the
Oh
Wit
my
Show,
God,
where
you're
smart
doing
meets
it
stupid
again.
Somehow makes
Why do
sense.
I even
My
do
name's
this with
Georgie, and I'm thinking out loud, so you don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wit Show from what I think seriously to you.
WITS, The Wit Show.
Cool story, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming back to the Wit Show. I truly appreciate every single one of you for joining me once again on this beautiful Saturday morning. There was a few of you who reached out to me and encouraged me to keep going. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys know exactly who you are, so thank you. And I do want you all to know that I had no intentions on being gone for as long as I did, but life did happen. So before we jump into today's episode, I want to take a moment to sincerely apologize for my absence. It's never my intention to disappear or leave you guys all hanging. Life has been moving forward at full speed lately, in between some personal things and the craziness that comes with summertime. I've been struggling to balance, life and podcasting at the same time. That said, I wanted to make sure that my return was worth the wait, so today's episode is one I've been looking forward to for a long time, because we're diving into something I personally find to be one of the most fascinating mysteries in the world of the unknown. If you ever wondered whether there's more to some of these stories than coincidence, well, then you're in the right place. Before we get started, I also wanted to dedicate this episode to my amazing niece, Kira Hutton, who just graduated from high school. Kira, I couldn't be more proud of you. This is just the beginning of an incredible journey that you're going to go on, and I know you're capable of accomplishing amazing things. Don't you ever settle for average. Chase that life that you want and work hard for it and become that kind of person you'll always be proud of. I love you, kiddo. Congratulations. And this one's for you. Have you heard of the Devil's Triangle, or more commonly known as the Bermuda Triangle? There are places in the world that earn a reputation, and then there's those places that become legend, places where history, eyewitness accounts, and unexplained mysteries collide so perfectly that even the brightest minds can't seem to agree on what's really happening. For decades, one place stood above them all, a stretch of ocean where ships have vanished without a trace, airplanes have disappeared into clear skies, compasses have behaved in impossible ways, and people report things that simply should not exist. So dim the lights, turn the volume up, and keep an open mind, because today, we're sailing straight into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries on Earth, the Bermuda Triangle, or the Devil's Triangle. But before we start talking about vanished airplanes and abandoned ships, missing crews, and impossible stories, we need to answer one question. What exactly is the Bermuda Triangle? If you grabbed a map and connected 3 points, from Miami, Florida to Bermuda and San Juan, Puerto Rico, you'd create a massive triangle stretched across roughly 500,000 square miles of Atlantic Ocean. At first glance, it looks like one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Cruise ships cross it, cargo vessels travel through it every day, and airliners fly over it by the thousands every year. It seems ordinary until you start digging into its history. Then, little by little, the ordinary begins to disappear. Stories begin piling up, ships vanish without traces, aircraft simply stop transmitting, experienced captains report compasses behaving strangely. Pilots describe haze that shouldn't exist, odd lights, and moments where time itself seemed to feel different. Some of these stories have ordinary explanations, others, even decades later, people are still arguing about them. And here's the creepy part. The Bermuda Triangle isn't officially recognized by the governments or the scientific community as a uniquely dangerous place. There are no warning buoys surrounding it, no do not enter signs, no lines on nautical charts, yet despite that, its reputation refuses to die. Every generation seems to add another strange account, too. Whether those stories are exaggerated, misunderstood, or something we genuinely don't understand yet, they've created one of the greatest mysteries on Earth. Maybe that's what makes the triangle so creepy. It's not that we know something is terrifying there, it's that we can't completely rule it out. Now, I've got a working theory, well, at least I did when I was a kid. I had this weird little theory that never quite left my head. You know how in Genesis, after Adam and Eve were, cast out of the Garden of Eden? Well, in the Bible, it says that God placed cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the path back to the tree of life. Well, that being said, somewhere in my little kid brain, I wondered, what if the Garden of Eden never disappeared? What if it was still there, just hidden? What if that flaming sword was still doing exactly what it was meant to do, keeping people away? Then, of course, years later, I read about Christopher Columbus writing in his journal that before making landfall in the New World, he saw a strange light rising and falling over the sea, like a flame of a small candle. Was it related? Probably not, but as a kid, man, that was enough to just send my imagination into overdrive. And maybe that's exactly why the Bermuda Triangle has survived for so long. It doesn't just challenge science, it challenges imagination. Every civilization has stories about places that humans weren't supposed to enter. Sacred mountains, forbidden forests, bottomless pits, lost cities, gates to another world. The Bermuda Triangle feels like the modern version of those ancient legends. I mean, think about it. It's literally a place where reality and folklore collide so perfectly that even when one mystery gets explained, another one takes its place. The ocean is already one of the least explored places on our planet. Add centuries of disappearances, unexplained sightings, and a healthy dose of human curiosity, and you've got the perfect recipe for a mystery that refuses to die. If there was ever one event that cemented the Bermuda Triangle into history, it was the disappearance of Flight 19. Flight 19, what's that? Don't worry, dude. I got you. So, on December 5th, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy TBM Avenger torpedo bombers lifted off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Basically, it should have been a routine training mission. The weather was considered favorable when they departed, and every pilot aboard had experience flying these aircrafts. But somewhere over the Atlantic, something changed. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, radioed in that both of his compasses appeared to be malfunctioning. He became convinced they were no longer where they were supposed to be. So, as the transmission continued, the confusion only grew. One of the pilots was heard saying that they couldn't determine their direction. Another reported that the ocean didn't look right. The final transmission faded into static, and all the 14 men aboard the 5 aircrafts vanished. Well, and of course, you guessed it, no confirmed wreckage has ever been recovered. Oh, but as if the story wasn't unsettling enough, the Navy immediately launched a rescue mission. A massive PBM Mariner flying boat took off with a crew of 13 to search for Flight 19. Less than a half an hour later, I bet you can't guess it. That's right, boys and girls, it disappeared too. And, well, a nearby merchant ship reported seeing a tremendous explosion in the sky around the same time. And many investigators believe the mariner may have suffered a catastrophic fuel vapor explosion, a known hazard for that aircraft. Even so, no survivors were found. In a single evening, 27 servicemen were gone, and one of the greatest aviation mysteries in American history had just begun. And then there's the story of the USS Cyclops, one of the largest ships in the U.S. Navy at the time. In March of 1918, the enormous cargo ship departed Barbados carrying more than 300 people and a massive load of manganese ore. It never reached the destination. There was no distress call, no warning, and no confirmed debris filed. No wreckage. It simply vanished somewhere in the Atlantic. To this day, the loss of the USS Cyclops remains the single largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. naval history. But of course, storms, structural failure, and cargo problems have all been suggested as explanations, but no one knows with certainty what actually happened because the ship has never conclusively been found. And the stories don't stop there. In 1948, a passenger airliner known as the Star Tiger disappeared while approaching Bermuda with 31 people on board. Then, less than a year later, Star Ariel, another passenger aircraft operated by the same airline, vanished on a clear day with no distress call. And then, of course, they sent out the search crews and they combed through thousands of square miles of ocean but found nothing that could explain why either disappeared. And of course, you got the historians who believe weather or navigation challenges, some kind of mechanical issues played a huge role in this, but others point out that the complete lack of confirmed wreckage has kept these cases alive in the public imagination for generations. And before anyone says, well, ships sink and planes crash all the time, they're absolutely right. They do. The ocean is enormous, unforgiving, and capable of hiding evidence for decades. But that's exactly what keeps the Bermuda Triangle alive. It's not one disappearance, it's not one strange radio transmission, it's not one missing ship. It's the sheer number of stories spread across decades that seem to share the same unsettling pattern. Experienced crews, routine journeys, confusion, silence, and then nothing. Maybe every one of these mysteries have, like, a perfectly ordinary explanation, or maybe every legend begins with just enough truth to make you wonder what really happened out there. And let's be honest, you keep coming back to my show because you, just like me, are very curious. And you know your boy's gonna jump down that frickin' rabbit hole and try to unwind everything. I'm just gonna tell you what I think. Matter of fact, you could tell me what you think too. Go to my Facebook page and tell me your thoughts on it because, I really want to know. So, what in the world could possibly cause something like this? That's the million-dollar question. Over years, scientists, historians, sailors, pilots, and conspiracy theorists, like myself, have all offered explanations. Some argue every disappearance can be explained by weather, navigation errors, rogue waves, methane gas even, or mechanical failures. Others believe a handful of cases still don't fit neatly into those explanations, and that's where the theories begin. One of the oldest points to the lost city of Atlantis. According to Plato, Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization that disappeared beneath the sea. Some believe that it really existed beneath the Atlantic. Remnants of the technology could interfere with compasses, radios, and navigation equipment today. There's no scientific evidence that supports this idea, though, but considering how much of the ocean remains unexplored, it continues to capture people's imagination. I mean, really think about it. Tell me that you're not intrigued thinking that, well, what if Atlantis really is underneath there? Then, of course, there are the stranger reports. Some pilots have described flying into a strange white haze or tunnel-like clouds where everything suddenly became unnervingly quiet. Others claimed all of their instruments malfunctioned at once and later realized they had reached their destination far sooner than their fuel consumption suggested should have been even possible. These stories are often called electronic fog or time-slip experiences. They remain entirely anecdotal with no verified evidence that that time itself behaves differently inside of the Bermuda Triangle. And of course, no discussion would be complete without mentioning UFOs, hidden underwater alien bases, or even theories about portals to other dimensions. None of these ideas are supported by credible evidence, but when ships and aircrafts disappear without clear answers, it's easy to see why people's imaginations race. But here's the theory that creeps me out the most. Not because I believe it, but because it's the one that my childhood brain could never let go of. Ever since I was a kid, I wondered about the Garden of Eden. After Adam and Eve were cast out, Genesis says that God placed a cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the path back to the tree of life. I always wondered, what if Eden was never destroyed? What if it still exists somewhere on Earth, hidden from mankind? Then years later, I learned about Christopher Columbus recording seeing a strange light rising and falling over the western Atlantic before reaching the New World. Are those things connected? I have absolutely no evidence to suggest that they are. It's simply an idea that stuck with me growing up, of course. And maybe that's why the Bermuda Triangle still fascinates us. Not because we know what's there, but because somewhere deep down, we wonder if there is still something in this world that's waiting to be discovered. And what better place than the Bermuda Triangle? I mean, me personally, when I think about it, like it's the most intriguing when you think, what if there is something secret hidden there, out there where you can't get to it? It would make sense that one of the most guarded places in the entire Bible would be. I mean, it would make sense that you couldn't find it. So what if those people are getting really close to the Garden of Eden? Who knows? Maybe they made it into the Garden of Eden if they didn't get struck down by that cherubim. I mean, in the Bible, it says it was pretty much paradise on earth. Now, of course, I'm not saying that that's exactly what is out there. I mean, it's just a little theory that I came up with when I was freaking young and read about it. But let's give science its fair shot. Over the years, researchers have proposed several explanations for why so many accidents have occurred in and around the Bermuda Triangle. The simplest is also the most practical. It's one of the busiest stretches of ocean and airspace on Earth. Thousands of ships and aircrafts travel through it every year. And when you combine that with hurricanes, rogue waves, powerful currents like the Gulf Stream, equipment failures, human error, and the sheer size of the Atlantic, accidents become inevitable. Scientists have also examined magnetic variations, which can affect navigation if it's not properly accounted for, especially before GPS, along with the theories involving methane gas eruptions beneath the seafloor. While some of these ideas are scientifically possible, none have been shown to explain every disappearance. The truth is that many cases likely have ordinary explanations, while others simply remain unsolved because there isn't enough evidence to know what really happened. But let's be honest, if they were explained, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. And here's something that surprised me while researching this episode. The Bermuda Triangle isn't alone. Around the world, there are other regions with remarkably similar legends. Japan has the Dragon's Triangle, also known as the Devil's Sea. Alaska has the infamous Alaska Triangle, where thousands of people have disappeared over decades. Even Nevada has its own so-called Nevada Triangle, known for numerous aircraft accidents over its rugged mountains. And then there's Idaho. Hidden in the remote wilderness between areas near Boise, Elk City, and Grangeville is what many locals call the Idaho Triangle. Its landscape of deep canyons, dense forest, towering mountains, and unpredictable weather, welcome to Idaho, where hunters, hikers, and even small aircrafts have vanished without a trace. Most of these disappearances likely have natural explanations, buried somewhere in that unforgiving terrain, but some remain enduring mysteries, and over time, they've inspired stories of strange lights, eerie silence, and unexplained encounters. Maybe that's the real lesson behind all of these triangles. It isn't that science has failed. Far from it. In fact, science has solved many mysteries and continues to uncover more every year. But our planet is still full of places that refuses to give up all of their secrets. The ocean can swallow entire ships. A mountain range can hide an airplane for decades, and a dense forest can conceal clues only a few hundred yards from a trail. So, where does that leave us? Was Atlantis real? Are there natural phenomena we simply haven't discovered yet? Or is the Bermuda Triangle nothing more than an unforgivable collection of coincidences? The truth is, I don't know. And honestly, I think that's exactly why we're talking about this today. Every once in a while, humanity encounters a mystery that reminds us how much of our world remains unexplored. And maybe that's the greatest mystery of all. So there you have it. The Bermuda Triangle, a mystery that has fascinated people for generations. Whether you think every disappearance has a logical explanation, or you believe there's still something that we haven't discovered, one thing is always certain. We're still talking about it today, and maybe that's the beauty of the good mystery. It reminds us that the world still had a few secrets left to uncover. And before I go, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sticking with me and supporting my show and being a part of an amazing community. I truly appreciate every listen, every message, and every one of you. If you have a mystery you'd like me to cover or you just want to say hello, don't hesitate to reach out. Because seriously, guys, I love you. I love hearing from you. I love your engagement. So, until next Saturday, take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you love. Stay curious and never stop asking questions. As always, this has been The Witch Show, where smart meets stupid and somehow makes sense. My name's Georgie, and I'm always thinking out loud so you don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Witch Show from what I think seriously to you.
WITS, The Witch Show.
Cool story, bro.
Well, that's about all I got for today.
Cool.
Cool?
Yep, dude.
That's it?
Pretty much.
We just spent like the last 30 minutes talking about missing airplanes and ships and people disappearing without a trace. And your response is cool?
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm inspired.
What does that even mean? Okay, what exactly are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm packing, dude.
Please tell me you're not doing what I think you're doing.
Charter boat leaves tomorrow, dude. Figured I'd cut right through the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Probably save some time.
You're what?
Well, they said there's a shortcut, dude.
There is not a shortcut.
GPS literally says there's a shortcut.
GPS also tells people to drive into lakes.
Yeah, but this one said fastest route.
Dude, did you not listen to anything that we just
I
talked
listened,
about?
dude. I just chose to ignore it.
Oh my god, dude, what are you even packing?
Oh, let's see. Swim trunks, flip-flops, sunscreen, fishing pole, snacks. Lots of freaking snacks, dude. Oh, also, my phone charger. You know, the basics.
Okay, well, obviously you forgot
No,
something.
dude, I definitely got... Yep, I got the Cool Ranch Doritos, dude. I'm chill.
No, I'm talking about something else.
What, dude?
Common frickin' sense!
Oh, no, dude. It didn't fit in the bag.
Of course not. Please tell me you are at least bringing a life jacket.
Oh, no, dude. But I did bring floaties.
Floaties? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, dude, chill. They're shark themed. Basically, they make me swim faster.
You're gonna become shark
Dude, chill
themed.
out. That's why I bought the expensive ones.
Oh dear lord. What if your compass quits working?
I'll just use Google Maps. Duh.
Okay, yeah, well what if your phone dies?
I'll just ask a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Yeah, dude, they seem pretty smart to me.
You know what? Go ahead. Ask the dolphin. See if he's got any good reception.
Yeah, well, I heard they're fluent in fish.
You know what? That's not even... Never mind.
All right. I think that's everything.
You're making a catastrophic life decision here.
Yeah, probably.
You might disappear forever. Does that not bother you?
Or I might find Atlantis.
There is no...
Or the Garden of Eden, dude.
Stop.
Maybe Bigfoot's on vacation.
Wrong mystery.
Aliens.
Wrong planet.
Time portal.
Oh my god, I can't do this anymore.
Relax, dude. Worst case scenario, I'll be back next Saturday. Best case scenario, I'll be famous.
Dude, that's not how...
Oh, yeah. One more thing. Jarvis, don't forget to hit the song, dude. Check you later, dude.
Oh my god. He's gonna die. He's definitely gonna die.
Hey, hey, hey! Whoa! Whoa! One more story, one more ride. See you on the other side. Shut the lights and lock the door. We've been chasing myths once more. Ships and ghosts and skies that glow. Did we find the truth? Who knows? Compass spinning, radio's dead. Crazy theories in our heads. Laugh a little, learn a lot. Maybe, maybe not. If the map says don't go there, we're probably already there. Whoa, we ride into the unknown. Whoa, wherever legends roam. If we disappear tonight, tell them we were chasing lights. We'll be back before too long. If not, just play this song. Questions bigger than the sea. That's the way it's gotta be. Every answer starts with why. Every mystery's worth the ride. Maybe monsters, maybe waves, maybe old forgotten graves. Truth is stranger than we know, so come on, let's go. If I vanish, don't panic. Probably just took the scenic route. If you find